Purpoz Counseling and Wellness Center. Therapy. Feel like you're falling apart? Let us help you find the missing pieces in your life. Purpoz Counseling and Wellness Center, PCWC, provides a variety of therapeutic counseling services geared towards helping individual families and the communities. Our goals is to assist individuals holistically through our transpersonal counseling, psychological services. We are also available on Psychology Today. Give us a call today. Hello, lovely light beings. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video talking about the one drop rule. I don't think I ever talked about this particular topic, but I wanted to talk about this particular topic because I came across another channel, and I've seen it in a lot of stories in the past, over the years, about the one drop rule. And on this particular topic, I want to talk about how the one drop rule has affected LPAs in this country, and how it's been a tool that's been used in order to strip the LPAs from their indigenous roots. This video, I'm just going to share with you all what my response was to a particular post that I saw on YouTube. I believe it was on YouTube, of a particular channel that was trying to use the one drop rule for justification for being the voice, or trying to be the voice of LBAs, or for Black Americans as a whole. Sometimes you see this a lot with people who only have the one drop. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean, one drop rule has been used historically by people who are not particularly, a LBA or in a Black American. They may be of a different racial group, but since they might have a relative or a distant relative that may be about 4 generations back, it might be like not within the 2 parents, or maybe even the grandparents, may be a great grandparent that may have Black American ancestry, or a mixed Black ancestry. They want to use that as justification to be able to speak on Black Americans' behalf. And oftentimes when this is done, it's been used as a tool to strip the Black Americans, the descendants of slave or the prisoners of war, of their indigenous heritage. And that has been done numerous times, such as the 40 acres and a mule. Sorry about that. 40 acres and a mule never received. And then also the lands that Blacks were supposed to have gotten have been screwed over again by people who have one drop rule, and also the $5 Indians, using that as a way to have access. And so, once again, over and over again, it's been done as a preventive way to prevent the indigenous people, the Blacks, the true American, from getting their pay. So I did do a response to one particular video that I found, and I'm going to share that with you all. It was a response to a video that was talking about LPAs don't want people to acknowledge their ancestry. And this particular person, I believe, goes way back with their, I think, third or fourth generation, like I said, a great-great-grandparent. And so if you look at the person, they look more Caucasian than black, and they can actually live as a person as a Caucasian, and more than likely is, especially if both parents are Caucasian. But to speak on the behalf of FBAs or black people, as if you're living their current, life or experience, is not a good thing. Especially when you have an undertone of biasness of being a Caucasian. You're never going to, experience the racism or the discriminations that a person who is an FBA or living the life as a black American, because they have no other choice because they're born black. You can't, actually say that you are them and that can understand the mind or the essence of what that particular person is going through. My response, I said, this is how it starts. You just want to have access when it's convenient. You will never truly share our experience as FBA because you can pass as Caucasian. You don't get pulled over or harassed like we do. You walk freely with your pale skin and not be mistreated or killed. You're trying to go back several generations and claim FBA. Historically, your people have taken our identity to steal our legacy. Look at the $5 Indians. This is what you are doing. Palm-colored people listen to you because you look like them, and you're giving them ideas on how to steal our reparation again. And you're helping by trying to tell our story as if you are truly us, when you are a racially ambiguous woman who look more Caucasian and will never live our experience or know our plight. You are trying to apply the one-drop rule. Just because you have one drop does not mean that you are one of us and should steal our identity and reparation, and that you will never experience the harsh abuse of systematic racism like the FBA. You are not marginalized like we are. And look how I see how many flowers you have. But we are not being heard because we are being marginalized when we speak our truth. Obviously, you're benefiting from white supremacy. This one-drop rule needs to stop. It takes from the Aboriginal blacks. Your ancestor is, in the video, looks more Native American than black. Your people already got your reparation. No one is telling you not to claim your Native American Asian ancestors, but you should respect our boundaries as FBA. That was my response, but yeah. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you all about. I've been seeing that a lot, or switching identities a lot. People who are trying to switch over. I did a video years ago about a Harvard professor that's a professor over African American studies. A Caucasian woman. And I saw that she was trying to erase history as well by putting Native Americans and, as being Negroes, because they found out that a lot of Negro was written in a lot of the older texts that was passed down in the past, the earlier texts of what the Europeans saw when they first came here, the colonizers when they first came here, and they described them as being Negroes. And Negroes, of course, means black. And so now they're trying to switch that and take that term and say that, they were not you know, they were not black, and they try to stick that term under a different ethnic group because they don't want the truth to be known about who we are. And yeah, go check out that video. I did that video years ago, exposing how the erasure begins. And the one drop rule was another example. The one drop rule, and also changing our identity, and giving it to another ethnic group. It's another technique, a strategy that they're trying to use. They're trying to do that now, actually. And this lady that I saw, who has a huge following, is doing that. And most of the people that I was looking at on that particular video, I didn't go throughout her whole channel, but that particular video that I was telling you about, she had a lot of, it looked like a mixed race, racially ambiguous people that look more like Native Americans on there, or I could say maybe Caucasians who are following her, and they include some Africans. I'm assuming they're African, mixed heritage Africans who are new here. And that's why it goes back to what I was saying before. A lot of times people, when they come into this country that are immigrants, they don't know our history. And so a lot of times they side with people and don't quite understand where we're coming from. And I noticed that some of the people that claim to be LPAs did not have pictures up. And then, they look like they could have been bots. And it could have been that she had friends hide behind pictures or no pictures and stuff or whatever. I don't think a true LPA person or a true Black American would, who have ties to this land would agree to that. Will agree to allowing people who are physically a Caucasian, can pass as Caucasian, and both parents are Caucasian, and going back 4 and 5 generations saying that they're Black, will want that, a person who is Caucasian representing them or speaking on our behalf as if they are them, and putting up pictures and calling her ancestors that look more Native American, the ones that she went back 4 and 5 generations, they don't even look like true Blacks, putting them up as the image of Black Americans. So that's how it starts. And that's what I was saying when I responded to her. That's how it starts with, and like the American Aborigines, they don't want us to have that name. They want to give it to Native Americans, even though they're not Black. American Aborigines are supposed to be Black, and then they're not Black. And then now they're trying to take the Negro. Look at that video on that Harvard. It's a Scholarly Journal article that I found. I did that video years ago. You want to check it out. But yeah, if I can find that video, I'll look for it. And I probably will do another video again about the one drop rule. I'm gonna go more into the historic backgrounds of it, and the origins of it. I think that's important. But I want to share that with you. I want to hear what you all think. I would love to hear what you all think about this particular video and what you think about the one drop rule. And I was just trying to explain how it's being used and weaponized as a tactic of stripping, Black Americans of their heritage by giving it to Caucasian people just because they have one drop, or pretend being $5 Indians, and now they want to be pretend LPAs now. That's but I was letting them know that we see you, and we see this, that this is a strategy to try to undermine us and prevent us from getting what is rightfully ours. This is crazy. It really is. It really is. We see them now. The internet makes it possible for you to see it, firsthand. But please like this video, you guys, and don't forget to subscribe. share my videos, you know, for those of you all that feel like they need it. Also binge watch my videos. I have over 800 videos on this channel. I talk about the American Aborigines. I talk about mental health. I talk about spirituality and healing in all my videos. You know, please like and subscribe as well so you can get the notifications of when I post. And yeah, also I have a YouTube channel, not a YouTube, yeah, I have a store. I have two stores actually. I have the Psychology Essence stores for my mental health books. And I also, you know, that's the store that you could get the journal from that I was telling you about, the Ancestral Journal. It's a digital downloads. Also, I have the Purpoz Healing Art store as well. I have products on that store as well. So, yeah, I'm glad you had a chance to join me. And don't forget to binge watch these videos now, because I've been doing this for over 8 years. So, yeah. Love and peace, you guys. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.